Bear still in his cone. Lucy, Care Bear. And then we've got Miracle in there somewhere. Yeah. Donnie. And Miracle. And Cricket. Okay. So, Wi-Fi didn't work out because we're not drilling a hole in the RV. So, we're going to have to go somewhere else for Wi-Fi. So, we're looking into that so that we can get Wi-Fi. But right now, she's able to play her game on hotspot on the phone. So, she's happy about that. And I had a nerve pinch for like 3-4 days. 3 days, I think. So, yeah, I didn't record anything. Not one thing. Too much pain. The whole one side of my rib was killing me, so I decided not to. And I got me Biscoff again because I was craving it like the dickens, so I got Biscoff. Care Bear's behind the camera. Care Bear's behind the camera. Here's Cricket. Here's Cricket. Here's Cricket. Say hello. Mwah. Say hello. I'm not saying hello. Care Bear, say hello. So, we haven't really done much. She's been playing her game because she's had some time off to play it. So, she's played it. We haven't got Wi-Fi, so we can't stream it, which one of our coworkers really wants us to stream so she can watch us. I didn't think we were that entertaining, but apparently we were. So, we plan on streaming as soon as we have Wi-Fi. And I don't know when that's going to be. Hopefully sometime this week. So, we had a storm. The winds were pretty bad, and the garbage can was moving. So, she took a brick and put it on top of the garbage can. Well, we have a small garbage can out there for when we clean up after the dogs. Well, she moved the big garbage can in front of it, even though I had already told her I got to throw something away in where we clean up for the dogs. And she said, oh, crud, and started to move it. The brick slid off and hit her hand, and I think it hit her on the foot too. I had to wrap her hand last night because it was hurting and swelled, because that was a decent sized brick that hit her. So, but the garbage can didn't fly away, neither did the other garbage can. And the table we have outside didn't fly away, neither did the chairs, because we pinned it against the RV and hoped for the best. And we didn't fly because we don't leave the RV. We stay here and just hope for the best that it don't flip and we don't fly. Because there's nowhere else for us to go with 6 dogs. You can't go to a tornado shelter with 6 dogs that exceedingly bark. So we just chill and hope for the best, and so far it's worked. But hopefully soon at some point in the next year or 2, I'm hoping in a year, but it'd probably be 2, we can get a house instead, and we would have to worry less, because a house doesn't always pick up and fly at this winds. So we're hoping for that factor. So we're going to work on that. And we apparently weren't that hungry after drinking this drink that she found at Walmart that has like 30 grams of protein and all these vitamins and stuff, because neither one of us could eat a whole lot. So I told her, I said, surprising I like it because it's a protein drink and it has 1 gram of sugar, and I'm a sugar addict, which is bad considering diabetes is a high chance. But I liked it, so we're waiting to see if I have any reactions to it other than just that one day. And if I don't, we plan on getting more for me to drink, because she can't eat red meat, and it's pointless for her to cook multiple meals. She eats chicken and she eats pork, but it takes a lot to cook in this small thing. So we don't do it as often. And plus, there's only certain meals that we can cook in this small area that we have. So protein drinks might be a good thing, especially for somebody that was raised eating nothing but red meat their entire life. So we might end up getting that for me to drink and possibly her to drink. I don't know if she's going to drink it though. Who knows? She didn't really say anything about it. She just kind of chugged it because she was thirsty, and that was the end of it. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if you like it or hate it. But she got her toaster air fryer, and we ate cauliflower pizza. But the bad thing is she didn't read the instructions, and neither did I, and it was supposed to have water in the bottom of it. So she cooked without the water. So that ended up a little bit sideways. She says, next time we're reading the instructions. I said, I don't know why you didn't. Because from what she told me to start with, it was a toaster oven, which is a totally different than a air frying toaster oven. So I thought it was a normal toaster oven that resembles an oven. No. So I didn't even think about reading the instructions because I thought it was a regular toaster oven that was made in a semblance of an oven. And no, it was an air fryer that looks like a toaster oven. So that ended up kind of sideways. So next time, I told her, I said, next time read the instructions and cook it. And she did get her dehydrator, so she's happy about that one. Now we just got to get it to the internet, and once we get that settled and figure out the payments, we got to get the fridge fixed. Whatever that means, whether it's we can fix it or we have to have somebody take it out and put a new one in, which I hope to God something can fit in that door. Or we end up getting something else as a fridge and freezer. So we don't know about that yet. We haven't done that because we were going for the internet first because we got the plugs. We know the PlayStation works on the plugs. So now it's to get the Wi-Fi. Then it's to get the fridge fixed. In the summer, we may or may not have to get somebody to look at the unit. It hasn't leaked since the dude fixed 2 wires that were feeding off of each other in here, but there's a high chance it might next summer, so we might have to get that fixed. Don't know. It's not leaking since, but then again, it hasn't been as hot as it has been when it was leaking, so I'm assuming that it might be possibly that, which means next year during the extreme heat is when it'll do the leaking again, is what I'm thinking. But who knows? Hopefully it doesn't. That would be a plus. We wouldn't have to spend money on it. But there's also a chance. But the good thing about the plugs being fixed is we have a little heater in here that we can use that won't cause a problem with the dogs, because it won't get hot enough to hurt the dogs. If they tip it over, it will shut off. If it overheats, it will shut off. It's got all these safety mechanisms, and we have plugs. So when she's at work and I run out of propane this winter, I will not have to call her and go, hey, I'm out of propane, and her have to leave work to come put propane on the RV, because I'm not supposed to be lifting that weight because it hurts my back. So hopefully that space heater will work enough for her not to have to leave work to come give me propane. And also when the propane sells out here during winter, when we're getting an ice storm or a snowstorm or a combination of both, because we do that occasionally. So maybe we'll be good with that one, I'm hoping. So that's another plus. But yeah, I'm exhausted. I don't know why I'm exhausted. Okay. Anyways, so that's what we're doing right now. And I have one that's uploading right now, but I have no Wi-Fi at the moment, so I have to upload through data. So it takes a while for anybody that does watch these. I know one person knows this. But for anybody else, I'm uploading through data. Data's slow. So it's taking a while for it to upload. My bad. It started uploading and then for some reason it canceled. I'm assuming I ended up losing signal too long or something. Because occasionally we do lose signal. Not often, but very sporadically. So I'm assuming I lost it at one point. And it stopped downloading. And it's downloading now. I mean, uploading now. Downloading, really? Uploading. So I'm hoping it'll upload soon-ish. Possibly. So I can then post it. But I don't know. Depends. You can only do so much when you don't have Wi-Fi and the only thing you have is data. And there is no open Wi-Fi anywhere for me to use. Plus, I don't want to put 6 dogs in a car for us to go somewhere to find Wi-Fi to upload. Plus, I don't want my phone or laptop on an open Wi-Fi. So, it is what it is. It'll upload when it does, and I will post it when we have Wi-Fi. It will probably be more better because then I can figure out a schedule and post exactly then, and not say it'll be posted when it gets posted as good as it can when it does, because I don't have Wi-Fi at the moment. So yeah, that's what that was weird. That's what I meant by it. There goes the wind. That's what I meant by the factor. I don't have a way to tell you when I post. It'll be posted when I get a chance. It's because it's whenever my data lets it upload. And if it'll take it the first time. Because I've had to upload something like 3 or 4 times once. Not recently, but when we were in a worse area for data. So, who knows? But yeah, hopefully everybody's having a good day, week, night, evening, whenever you're watching this. I'm listening to Cricket's stomach growl because he wouldn't eat because it was a really bad storm yesterday. Yes, I'm talking about you. He's staring at me. And so he's probably going to be starving. Well, he did eat. His mama got him a seizure. So he ate a seizure yesterday. Very slowly, might I add, because he has a tendency of getting sick if he eats it too fast. And we don't want to clean that up. So we feed him with a fork, and she goes, "It feels like I'm feeding a baby." I went, "Yeah, I know," because I do it often when he gets it for a treat. And his treat is for holidays, birthdays, is when he gets that, and sometimes the pups. So, but he got that. So he at least had a little bit of something, but not a whole lot. So his stomach's growling right now. And Kepper's doing good. She hasn't had any problems with a hole in her heart. Nothing at all. Bear, oh my God, his eye. We didn't get a call from the vet for a specialist either. But oh my God, his eye is still caking up. It's still sealing shut with the caking turning to solid mass on his eye. Whatever you want to call it. Like scabs. It almost feels like a scab salt of the gunk solidifying. So we have got to do something about that because he's been wearing that comb for almost 2 weeks. And it's just like, it's not fair. He's really accepting of it. He's very docile, and he pretty much doesn't fight you on a whole lot of things unless he's really traumatized or scared of it. But it's not fair that he's having to wear a cone 24/7. And the other two have to stay in their crates unless we're up watching them, because they lick his eye, which makes it worse, which causes more problems. And it's not an infection because the drops didn't do anything. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what to do about that eye, because his eye is hurting him and it's raw. And that vet didn't do anything. I told her she needs to call them at some point and talk to his original vet, the one that's been around since he was born when we took him there, and get him to look at Bear, because he fixed the problem the last 2 times we've had with his eyes. Because one time it was one eye, and next time it was both eyes, and this time it's his right eye, his worst eye, the one that didn't produce any tears. So we got to see if we can't get an appointment with him, possibly. But she wanted to wait for a little bit for the simple factor he had this problem last year when the weather was changing. And he has the problem at the beginning when it goes from winter to summer and summer to winter, basically during fall and spring. So she's waiting to see, once the weather settles, if possible, it'll clear up. I'm thinking maybe not. But she wants to see, so we're going to see. Okay, I've been rambling. Yeah, a lot. Okay. I'm going to let y'all go so y'all can do whatever. Hello. Have a good day, evening, night, whatever you're watching this. Peace.